Gurubhyo Gurubhyaha. So we have started the first Vartikam of Katyayana. Okay? And here he discusses what is actually this Shastram. In other words, he is answering the question, why Vyākaraṇa? What is the very purpose of Vyākaraṇa? Because there are so many languages in the world, actually you do not discuss those things. There are languages, because they are Mleccha Bhashas. We are concerned with Arya Bhasha, this Daivi Vak, Daiva Bhasha, Sanskritam, which has got the Vyākaraṇa Samskara. And we are not concerned with Mleccha Bhashas. What will you get? Papam only. So here you will get Punyam. Therefore, what he says is the first total Vartikam, I will give you the meaning. Okay? Siddhe, Shabdartha Sambandhe, Shabda, Artha and Sambandha. These three things are there. If you want to prepare a Vyakaranam, first of all, you should have stable things. All the three, Shabda, Artha and Sambandha. Why? Earlier we discussed one thing. Pāṇini is not a Srashta, but he is a Smarta. Smarta means already the language is there by the time Pāṇini entered. What do you mean by language? In Vedas, Vedika Shabdas are there. In Loka, Vedangas, Darshanas, Puranas, Upavedas, Loka Bhasha, Shastra Loka is speaking that language. So already Laukika Shabdaha and Vedika Shabdaha, Tatra Asam. When Pāṇini entered. So, under what circumstances Pāṇini was preparing this Vyākarana is one thing. Second thing is, what is the prayojana? Because generally, language is used to transform the meaning. But here, two purposes are there. Otherwise, Sumitra note down, Ashtapadarthi Rupatvat Vyakaranasya. Ashtapadarthi Vishayatvat. I will check and correct tomorrow. Ashtapadarthi Vishayatvat Vyakaranasya by Hela Raja. Hela Raja is a commentator on Mahābhāṣyam. So there he says, in Ashtādhyāyī, 8 things are discussed. This is clearly there in Mahābhāṣyam, Brahmakanda itself.
What are those 8 things?
Those 8 things are put under 4 headings. Number 1, Shabda. Shabda is of 2 types, Padam, Vakyam. Number 2, Artha. Artha is of 2 types, Padartha and Vakyartha. Please just do one thing. In Shabda, write Prakruti Prachaya and Padavakya. Prakruti Prachaya and Padavakya. So in Artha,
Prakriti
Prachaya. Prakruti Prachayartha and Padavakyartha. Artha is of 2 types. Prakruti Prachayartha, Padavakyartha. Third one is Sambandha. Sambandha is of 2 types. One is Yogyata and Karyakarana Bhava. Yogyata and Karyakarana Bhava. Fourth one is Prayojanam. Fourth one is Prayojanam. One is Arthajnanam. Second one is Dharma. In the beginning, you have written about Halarajana, Padarthashtaka Paratvat Vyākaranasya. Padarthashtaka Paratvat. So two kinds of shabdas are discussed. First one is Prakriti Pratyaya, and the second one is Padavakya. And two kinds of artha is also discussed. Prakrityartha Pratyayartha and Prakriti Pratyayartha. That is what we have written. Okay. And Padartha Vakyartha. So Padavakyartha. Two kinds of artha. So Shabda Artha. And then what with the relation between them is also taken up as two. One is Yogyata. You already know what is Yogyata. Yogyata is nothing but the Indriyas have got a connection with their respective things. Okay. So that is Anadi. Indriyanam Savashesh Vanadi Yogyata Yatha. We have already discussed. Since time immemorial, the Indriyas have been involved in the activities relevant to them. Same is the case with Shabda and Artha also since time Anadi. Anadirarthai Shabdanam Sambandho Yogyata Tatha. We have already written and we have already discussed. Isn't it? So now Prayojanam. Prayojanam for language generally will be Arthabodhagatvam, Arthajnanam. Shabda is employed simply to transform the meaning that is there in the mind of the speaker to the listener. So Arthajnanam is there. But in the case of Sanskritam, one more is there. What is that? Dharma. What is this dharma? In Shukla Yajurveda, etc., it is clearly discussed. Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, four Purusharthas are there. The very purposes of the life of a human being. Purusha means here person. Lingam Avivakshitam. Sumitra, you can say Lingam Avivakshitam. Man is mortal, for example. That means not man, human being there. Woman also automatically. It is called Lingam Avivakshitam. Linga is not Vivakshita. No. So like that. So here, what you said, the Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha, four are there now. Purusharthas. Among them from the Dharma and Artha and Kama associated with Dharma only is acceptable. One thing. And through Dharma only Moksha is also attained. So direct connection between Dharma and Moksha. So what is the very purpose of study of Vyākaraṇa? It is a Vedanga. So Vedas and Vedangas have to be recited Ashtādhyāyī regularly. During Shukla Paksha, Veda, during Krishna Paksha, Vedangas. Or there are Anadhyayas. The holidays, see, in Christian countries are ruled earlier by Christians. Sunday is a holiday. Columbus started, whatever it may be. In Muslim-dominated countries, it is a Friday, Juma. But what about our Sanskriti, our this thing? There are Anadhyayas. So Veda clearly says, Mahābhāṣyam adhite tapa eva tattapyate. In Telugu, Varshakalam Sadhulu, one usage was there. Nowadays, people don't have that knowledge. Varshakalam is rainy season. During rainy season, how the studies will, these people, some people interpreted because roads are not good, this thing and that thing. That is not the correct this thing. Meghe varshati. When the Megha is raining. Vidyotamane stanayati. When the what we call lightning is coming. Avaspurjati. When there is sound, cloud thunder. Avaspurjati. Apamane vayu. when the Vayu, heavy winds are there. Pavamane Vayu, Amābhāṣyāyam, and Amābhāṣya. During these things, one should not recite Veda. Svadhyaya, one has to stop.
Why?
It is said by Veda. Otherwise, whatever tapas you have earned, you have performed, that is going to be burned down. It is said in Veda. This is from Taittiriya Aranyakam Svadhyāya Brahmanam, second chapter. It is called Svadhyāya Brahmanam, where you find the mantras for Sandhyavandanam, Dhyana, Yajñopvetam, changing Yajñopvetam, all those things are there in Svadhyāya Brahmanam. There this is clearly stated. So today is Svadhyaya or Anadhyaya. If you go to Almanak Panchangam, there it is clearly written today is Anadhyaya and Amābhāṣya. What is Amābhāṣya? Ama means Saha, together, Vasa, to be. So both sun and moon, okay, stay there together. Therefore, Ama means Saha, together, Vasa, to be. Pāṇini Sutram is there. Amābhāṣyam, Amābhāṣya, Tvamābhāṣya, Darsha Suryendu Sangamaha. Our Kosha. Amābhāṣya you can say, Amābhāṣya also you can say, Darsha also you can say, Darsha Purnamasadhyam Sivakamoyijata. You know Darsha. What is it? Suryendu Sangamaha. Surya and Indu Chandra, there is Sangamaha, togetherness. So Amābhāṣya means that. Is it clear? Now, so Anadhyaya means this one. But later what happened? These Anadhyayas are, it is only one, if you do not take rainy season, in other seasons, only one day will be Anadhyaya, rest for this week. So later what happened? People started both Chaturdashis to Purnima Amābhāṣya for 2 Ashtamis, Shukla Vaksha, Krishna Vaksha. Isn't it? And Pādyami, Pratipattita. See, Chaturdashi, Purnima, Pratipata. Chaturdashi, Amābhāṣya, Pratipata. How many? 6. And both Ashtami, Shukla Ashtami, Krishna Ashtami. So total 8 days Anadhyayas. So during Anadhyayas, one should learn Anadhyayeshvanganyadhiyita. One should learn Anadhyayeshu Angani Adhiyeta Vidhiling. One should learn Vedangas during Anadhyayas. Otherwise, it will be heavy load to learn both Veda and Vedanga on the same day. And in Manusmriti,
even in the holiday, there is no holiday.
What holiday? The concept, Anadhyaya is the concept.
Anadhyaya also.
So
in Anadhyaya time also, we need to do Adhyaya, right? Adhyayan.
Actually, what happens is everything is limited. See, on the top of Dharma Shastra, one rule is there, Yatha Shakti. When you are offering some dakshina to a Purohita or something, there also Yatha Shakti. In Gautama Dharma Shastra, 8 Atma Gunas are given. Do you remind me, Sumitra, later I will give all the Atma Gunas. Among them, Bhotadaya it starts with. Then there is one they call Anayasa. What is this Anayasa? Ayasa means getting tired, tiredness. Anayasa means not getting tired. So any dharma you may perform, but you should not get tired by that. You should not become weak, and you should not say, oh, I cannot sustain, I cannot. If you cannot do, still you are doing, that is adharma. Example, Shivaratri. Shivaratri, Upavasa, you know what Upavasa is. Upavasa will be there. But for example, for my case, up to 11:30 I will be okay. But after 11:30, I will get some ringing. In eyes says some problem, and then also legs and hands and legs are also becoming weaker and weaker. So immediately I will go and eat something. So I am not suitable for upavasa. That means body doesn't accept it. My body doesn't accept hot water, warm water. What can I do? Unless it comes to 4 degrees centigrade. So all the people are running for hot water, hot water. Actually, it is warm water only according to Ayurveda. All the people are running there, but that is not suitable to me. It may be cold, accept it. Yeah, unless it comes down to 3 degrees or 4 degrees, too much, then I may go for warm water. So many things are not suitable to your body. That is your Jagatakram. Similarly, take Shivaratrau Jagriyat. What Dharmashastram says? Shivaratrau Jagriyat. On night of Shivaratri, one should be awake. But in my case, what happens on Shivaratri day? Generally, I go for a nap in the afternoon, after meals. Unless there is some work, some seminar, conference, etc., then I do not go for nap. Otherwise, at home, generally I go for a nap. Whether good or bad nap is Ayurveda, Vata, Pitta, Kapha, these things will get aggravated if you go for a nap. Especially when the digestive system power will be less during winter and also rainy season, it is not advisable. During summer, one may go for a nap. Some people cannot work without nap. That is also there. But some research by Germans says at least in 20 countries, in tropical countries, people are going for nap. So if you go for nap for during winter, etc., then like that, such kind of sound comes. Why? There is aggravation of kapha. Why? Because you went for nap. Got it? Anyway, so Shivaratrau Jagriyat, Dharmashastram says, no doubt about it. But if it is not suitable, that means if you are getting ayasa now you understand? If you get ayasa, you should not go for that. So anayasa is one of the gunas. So now come back. So dharma, you all started with dharma. So when language is employed, just one language is not employed exclusively for the transformation of meaning. But there is another purpose. What is it? Dharma. Vyākaraṇa jnānapurvake shabda prayoge dharma. By simply employing sadhu shabdas, one will not get dharma. But he must have learned Vyākaraṇam, Shastram, Pāṇini. Right now it is in vogue. And through Vyākaraṇa jnana, if one employs shabdas, then he will get punya. Dharma, punyam, both are this.
Sadhu Sabdas are also will also generate punyam, right?
No, sadhu shabdas only generate punyam.
Then why to learn Vyākaraṇa?
Huh?
Then why to learn Vyākaraṇa then?
We are going to discuss the same thing we are going to discuss. Okay. Sadhu Shabda, Vyākaraṇa Jnana Purvake Shabda Prayoge Dharma. That is the Siddhānta. With the knowledge of Vyākaranam, if one employs Gauhu, Pachati, Chaitraha, and so on, he will certainly get Dharma, Punyam. Why Dharma? To get moksha, final this thing. Because this routine, Pijananam, Pananapi Maranam, Pananapi Janani, Jatire Shayanam, there is no end. You have to arrest. If you do not arrest, that is a different question. Then Shashvata Brahmaloka Nivasa, permanent comfort will be there. Here, what people are doing, if they do not have any problem, dukkha bhava, they think it is, they call it comfort. It is not comfort. It is not sukham. Sukham is different. Not having dukkham is considered as sukham, unfortunately. But you can't help it. Because outside people are more caste. They don't understand, they don't know what is what.
What is sukha? Then what is sukha? If absence of dukkha is not sukha, then what is sukha?
Sukha is one would know when, if and only if the Jivatma gets merged with Paramatma, because then the cycle of birth and death will be.
But
so the Garbhanaraka will also not be there.
In that also, I guess I read somewhere that when you even merge or when you know enlighten or you get moksha, in that there is no sukh and dukh because you know the both.
Exactly. That is what is called Dvaidam, two kinds of dichotomy is not there. Neither Sukha nor Dukkha. Because what happens then, it will become Savikalpa. Because you are bringing something. It may be Sukha, it may be Dukkha, it may be Badha, whatever you call it. Or color, or form. So, Nirupa without any Rupa, Nirrupa, Nirupa. Okay, without Rupa, no Visheshnas you can add simply. You cannot prefix anything. That kind of stage. But in the world, how will you say in Tarka Sangraha? He says, Anukulataya Vedaniyam Sukham, Pratikulataya Vedaniyam Dukkham. If it is positive to you, if he is giving you one more increment,
very simple.
I am getting increment. He climbs up, although you try to stop him, he climbs up papai tree. You may tell him, hey, in Telugu use it. Hey, don't get up. It is fragile. You may fall down. He doesn't care. He goes on. You can quote, Svabhavo Doratikramaha. You cannot ignore. You cannot cross it. It will not change. My personal explanation I will give you. What is Svabhava? Svabhavo Doratikramaha. Till it is a part of a verse, it seems understood. Yes. So, Sumitra, when you come across someone, people are telling she is doing it like that, like this, or he is, then what will you say? Svabhavo Doratikramaha. That means we are not carried out, we do not take it seriously. Why? Why? Because Svabhava. What is Swa? Atma. Bhava means that is there. So as long as Atma is there, this will not change. That is called Svabhava. Example. Now we won't leave it there. This is not just like any class. There is a scorpion. It bites a metal pot. We used to have gagre, metal pots and all for water. Sometimes what this scorpion will do, it will just sting. So there is a hole in the pot. This scorpion lost its sting also. Damaged. It will not be anymore. No longer it is useful. We got this. Why actually should the scorpion come and sting the pot, metal pot? What is the answer?
Svabhava.
That's all. The other person, if you want to make the other person keep mum, don't, without telling keep mum like that, simply say Svabhava. That means you should look like a Jnani or Jnanini. Simply say Svabhava. That means you are not surprised. Actually, a person who is Sthitaprajna means Sukha or Dukkha, Kashtam Sukham, Shetam Ushnam. All these things will be there. One need not actually teach or preach to you. They come, they go. They come, they go. Yeah, that is there.
Matras prasastu konte Sitoshna Sukh Dukkha, right?
Sitoshna Sukh Dukkeshu.
Agma Paina Nityasnam Tamtati.
So you should be, that is, who is he? Sthita Prajna. That means Prajna, his buddhi, his sthita is stable. That immovable. You cannot move it. That means although you say great Varta, you got 1 crore rupees. You lost 1 crore rupees. Okay. So neither can affect you. Neither can affect your mind or show any. Because in everybody's house, these things go on happening. And we have been saying this 60 years. So I do not believe in birth and death because Atma Nityaha. That is simply Upadhi. So what he says, Jenani Vastrani Yatha Vihaya, Naroparaha Grandhati. Like that, Atma also takes on some Upadhi and enjoyment. Vithi Vashat Praptena Santushyatam Shankaracharya. Oh, I also put some AC. I have a car, this thing, that thing. Unlike others, I ride motorbike in bumper to bumper traffic. So all these things will go on. There is no anything like that. You need not necessarily behave like a sannyasi or this thing. Everything, dharma, artha, kama, moksha, everything you can, all the 3 purusharthas, you can enjoy. depending upon your health and strength. Is it clear? So, Swabhava is that Patanjali says, Samanam Yehamananam Adhiyananancha, and I will give you the sentence later. Kechit arthair yujyante kechitana kim asmavishyam kartum swabhavikam etatam. When people with same qualifications, same effort, some people are getting things done, some people are not. What can we do? Swabhavikam etatam. When do we say swabhavikam? When you want to refer to Charvaka, because he doesn't believe in anything. He doesn't want to listen. What he says? Why is the color? Why is the taste? Swabhavikam. He doesn't go beyond that. There is a problem with him. He is not taken seriously, because otherwise by this time so many lakhs and crores of Nastikas would have come. He himself doesn't know why he is like that. What I mean to say? Isn't it? Therefore, Swabhavaha Duratikramaha Dukkhena Atikramitum Shakyaha. Dukkhena with difficulty, Atikramitum to cross, or that means to ignore, Shakyaha. It is difficult to, that means you cannot simply convince a person who has got, some people believe in that only. Can you do anything? No. They want to do like that only. Can you do anything?
So, you said the Swabhava cannot be changed for anyone. In terms of scorpion, I understand that they are animal, but for humans also same applied. The Swabhava is impossible to change, or they can.
Then you have to check the horoscope. What happens is generally is the same thing, human beings. But suppose Bahilak by Purvajana Sukruta, they got a good Guru or Acharya.
So
you have so many examples in the world, so many people. Then they will change for the better, for the good.
Chitsuddha is one of them, right? Chitsuddha is one of them.
So otherwise these are useless. Vedanta, these darshanas are useless. So if the person who can convince, who has got that kind of yogyata or command and logic at the same time.
But at the same time, even in the good ways and the bad ways, they still change, right? So for human, it is not fixed throughout the life.
That's why I told you, check the horoscope. Depending on the dasha, if it is Guru Mahadasha, good dasha, then he will get jnana, studies, this thing, that thing, everything. He or she may resign for his IT job and join some.
But I did it in my Shukra Dasha. I did it in my Shukra Dasha, however.
Shukra Dasha. Because Buddhisthanam, no? Shukra is also a.
But I started learning everything in Ketu Dasha.
Sorry?
Started getting interest when I was going through Ketu Mahadasha. Then my life changed completely.
Why? Ketu Moksha Pradaha. Ketu gives what he gives? Moksha Vidya, Vedanta. Side by side, they may learn other Vidyas, Shiksha, Vyākaraṇam, Sangeeta, or Natyam, whatever may be the kalas, 64 kalas they were. But finally, they will land in Vedanta.
I want to check myself with you actually. my horoscope now. Because I need to make sure that what is going on with me.
So, people may earn, may get this thing, that thing. These things are not going to come. I will give that verse. You leave your money in the iron safe. Leave the wife behind the threshold. Relatives within the boundary wall. Thus, 4 or 5 people who carry in Smashana. The body in the pyre. What is coming behind you? A beautiful Telugu poem is there. Satya Harishchandra. He takes up one burning stick from the fire and says, Mayameya jagambe nityamani, Mayameya jagambe satyamani, Sambhavinchi mohamunan, Na illalani na kumarudani, Pranam gundulandakayanto yalladina ee shareerami pudindun, Kattilangalucho na illalu nuradu, Na putrudu nuradu, Na illalu nuradu, Na putrudu nuradu, Tappimpagan. I'll tell you that. So what he says is, as if the body, dead body itself is saying, Maya meya jagambe. The Jagat is there now. It is to be Maya, to be measured by Maya only. When you are measuring the world, universe by Maya, how did you arrive at the decision that it is Nitya? Because Maya is involved. That means it is Anitya, it is Karya. Shabdaha Nityaha Karyaha. Whichever is Karya, that is going to perish like a ghata. Whichever is there, the Nimitta, Karanam, Brahman, that is going to be Nitya. So all the world, it looks like this. So many people, so many kinds of diseases, so many kinds of accidents, floods, whatnot, everything. Yesterday it was in Hyderabad, next day 2 days in Bangalore, now it is in Chennai. So why? Why is it happening like this? Maya meya jagam nityamani sambhavinchi moham. Moham. Moha means attraction. I want this. I want 2-storied building. I want a car. I want an AC. I want this thing, that thing. Na illala nina kumar. She is my wife. He is my son. Till the end of my life. Pranam, as long as the prana was there in the body, I was saying this. Na illala nina kumarudani pranam gundunandaka yanto yalladina. By the intonation you will understand. Too much of affection, too much of love, I was showing till the end of last moment, till death. Now, these dry sticks are burning me. Neither my wife comes nor my son. See how much Vedanta is there. Maya meya jagam nityamani sambhavinchi mohamunan, Na illala nina kumarudani pranam gundunandaka yanto yalladina ee shareerami pudindun kattelangalucho na illalu nuradu, Na putrudunu todairadu tappimpagan. Neither will come along with me to just rescue me. Tappimpagan. Either one can come, because till the last moment I was thinking about them only, talking about them only, so much of affection, baskets of love pouring. But now, see, the poet was, the philosophy, different people said the different manner. So it is said because Illalu, etc., if the lady is Shankara, Rajajika, Sannyasini Shankara was there. Patanjali gives examples. So ladies also can take up sannyasi. Then she would have said, till the end of my life, I was just saying, my pati, my husband, my son. But neither is coming to rescue me from the fire. Shankara Parivrajika. Parivraja, Parityajya, having left, having given up, Vrajati, going. That means he is giving up, he is just leaving behind all the things, belongings, etc. in the world, and then he is going. Going means it may be to Aranya or somewhere else, whatever it may be. Got it? So deep. So when you study with the Vyākaraṇa background, these things, your explanation will be preferred by people, Sumitra. When you give a lecture of Natya Shastra or whatever it is, just connect it to Jnanam and people won't leave you. Now, 8 things are discussed in Vyākaraṇa Shastram. 2 kinds of Shabda, Prakriti Pratyaya, Padavakya. 2 kinds of Artha, Prakriti Pratyayartha, Padavakyartha. 2 kinds of Sambandha between Shabda and Artha. One is Yogyata. The second one is Karya-Karana Bhava. Karya-Karana Bhava means when you employ a Shabda, that is Karanam, the other person is getting the Artha, that is Karya. So to have that Artha, understanding or meaning, what is the cause, what is the Karanam? This Shabda only. So Shabda became Karanam, Artha became Karya. This is Karya-Karana Bhava. Clear? Then Prayojanam. We do not discuss, since we do not actually discuss Mlecha Bhasha and Apashabdas, etc. Here, it is one thing is, no doubt, like any other language, Artham Pratyayayishyami iti Shabda Prayugyate. Artha Pratyayanam. Pratyayanam means moving from this place to that place. Okay. And then the second one is Dharma. Dhriyate aneneti dharma. The world, universe is upheld by this. Therefore, it is called Dharma. Dhriyate anena iti dharma. Dhriyate means being upheld. Clear? So, these are the 8 things that are discussed in Ashtādhyāyī. Any doubts now? Things are clear. Done. So, further. So, you have discussed Siddhe Shabdartha Sambandhe. They are both Jati and Vyakti, Nitya and Anitya you have taken up, and you discussed that what kind of Jati is Nitya. Okay. And Dravyam is in it, but even in Dravya Paksha, Pravaha Nityata is there. So, there is no problem for Shastra. You can run. Done. We have already gone ahead. Siddha Shabdasya Kah Padartha, that we discussed. Initially, he said Siddha means it is Nitya only, but later he said Siddha is employed in the sense of Anitya also. Siddham Annam, Siddha Yavaguhu, Siddha Sopaha. That Sopaha you have noted down one verse also. Sopam Vina Bhojanam Aprachastam. There we had done it. Then he has given in Sangraha, both are discussed and both Pakshas Pāṇini has to take. Otherwise, it is difficult to run the Shastra. Second thing what he said, Athava Sanchi Ekapadani Avadharanarthani. Okay, that reference I did not give you, Mitra. Abhakshaha, Vayubhakshaha. Abhakshaha, reference. Vasishtha Smriti. Abhakshaha, Apabhakshaha, Abhakshaha. Abhakshaha, Vasishtha Smriti. Adhyaya 23rd, Shloka 33. There are vratas in Dharma Shastras which are called by the name tapas also. I might have told you. Kruchra, Atikruchra, Chandrayana, etc. Vasishtha was discussing Kruchra Vratam. Then he said Apabhaksha. In bracket put Kruchram. Okay. You send a Vayubhakshaha. Yajnavalkya Smriti. Yajna Smriti, you can say. Yajna point and dot Smriti. Vayubhaksha is there in Yajnavalkya Smriti. 3-55. Adhyaya Shloka. When you have written about Vasishtha Smriti, there put comma and write 24-4 also. This is for Vanaprasthi. One who takes Vanaprastha. You know, who actually stays in Vanam, that is generally stated, but need not necessarily. What Manusmriti says is briefly, after one sees children to his children, he should not stay there. After one finds children to children, he should no longer stay there. There will be so many problems and daily there will be nuisance. Because naturally these grandfather or grandmother have more and more love on these children, grandchildren, and the father and mother want to train them strictly, whatever it may be. No discussion about it. They should not take. So after seeing the children to children, then this person along with wife or without wife should move to a place. Before that, just distributing whatever house, lands, money, sampat, whatever is there, that first distribute and then move to a place. And concentrate on Aranyakas, etc. are there in Vedas. One has to think, you sit down there. Wife may be there, may not be there. Wife may stay along with the children. That's a different question. Doesn't matter. It's clearly stated in Manusmriti. So you should go there. And that's why many people now are got legal entanglement, legal problems. I have already written. Because a will, before it is too late, a will you have to prepare. How much to son, how much to daughter, and so on. I have given 75 lakhs to my daughter. 30 tolas of gold. And 2 kilograms of silver. And so on and so forth. So I have clearly written, just whatever is going to for my son. And I asked my daughter to sign. I have received this much. So tomorrow I shall not have any claim. Otherwise, you will find thousands of families going to court.
Wonderful, wonderful.
So what you should do is, you should, and although we know through our horoscopes how long we are going to live, what is the longevity, Ayush, etc. Even then, it is better to settle the accounts at the earliest. Many people are not doing. They'll think tomorrow I will do next year, years will go. Because Kala, just like Pravaha, Jari Vegatulyam. Jari means stream. Stream, how fast it goes, you don't know. Just I have completed schooling, then college, then university, then PhD, okay, joined a job, got married, this thing, that thing. And now you are already 50.
But people feel insecure. People feel insecure. I feel that old people, they feel very insecure when they feel that once the money or the willpower is done, they will not value or respect them.
Nowadays, what happens? Matrideva Bhava, Pitrideva Bhava. But they are, this is Kali Yuga. So neither Mata nor Pita.
That's why even the old people, they don't give the will also. They don't write will very far, because respect will go away. Now, but at the same time, I feel that it is on the parents, because if they upbring their children like this, they have to fear. But if the upbringing are very good, you should not fear that the fellow will come to you automatically. But
1% only, upbringing good is 1% or 2% only in the world. Now you go to China, same problem. You go to any country, because we discuss just a universe. The Kutumbakam, Vasudhaiva, Kutumbakam, Kapratyaya is alpha, small family. We do not discuss just like those people. She is from Tamil Nadu, he is from Gujarat, that person is from Kerala. Where is this Kerala? Where is Karnataka? Where is Tamil Nadu? Where is Andhra? Tell me. Huh? Where is it? This is a sampradaya is there. We mind always that sampradaya only. That is Kshudra. Kshudra means meanness, Nisha. That kind of thinking. One should not have. If you are a real Guru or Acharya, you should think about the Yogyata and their Jignasa, their interest. If they are interested, Shishyadichet Parajayam. You should expect defeat from your Shishya. That is Shastra. Because why I am saying is one of our colleagues, a teacher, a faculty, professor from Canada, he said to his student, no, I did not go to America till now. Your paper is accepted. You are about to go. How can you go? She largely complained. My teacher does not guide, PhD. It doesn't allow me to go to America to present a paper. My student went to Italy and presented a paper on this eatables and all that, cuisine. Then she gave a complaint and there was a committee. That mad dean was there, 16 people, faculty members, he put a committee. What is this? You should feel proud when your student is going and getting good name.
So what do you mean by the parajit or the parajay?
Parajaya means
is it like he should be counter to you or he should represent you?
How can a student be a counter to a guru?
That's a parajay. But
Parajaya means he or she should learn more and more things and should prove a better candidate. And one day you should find them with flying colors. And you should enjoy. That is what Sampradaya says. But what these people are doing, hey, I did not go to America. Actually, going to America, is it a great thing or what? What do you think? That means you are suffering from inferiority complex. If you want to go, if you are capable, go to Chandramandala also. Moon. Who objected you? Some people feel, I have so much, these people don't have. By having so much, one doesn't become a great person. Or actually, there is no greatness at all in Ayurveda and Vedanta and Yoga. What is great? What is no? That is Manasika Daurbalyam. I have studied so much, I learned so much, but they did not give me Padma Shri. They did not give me Padma Shri. Nonsense. When will you get satisfaction? I received some 40 or more Pandit Sammana. So what? What are you going to get by it? It is bad to say bad things about other people. They did not offer namaskara to me. They did not invite me to that seminar. Did not give me Padma Shri. And asking some people, please recommend me Padma Shri. Or some people in one cinema, he says, Padma Shri 10,000, Padma Vibhushan 20,000. This person wants Bharat Ratna. He says, no, Bharat Ratna will be arrested immediately. Do no Bharat Ratna, it is difficult. This person says, everybody is getting Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan nowadays. I am not very much interested, not longing for that. In one movie, the discussion is there. If you take 10,000, they themselves will bring auto drivers, taxi drivers, rickshaw pullers, all the people. Chairs will be there ready. And just without name and this thing will be right up also will be there. You just they read out the item, you have to simply sit in the chair and accept the garland. The clapping sets, all these things are automatic. Simply. See, in the world, there are so, just I told you, no, someone through 2 or 3 people, he knows me very well, and he wanted one video. What to do? I sent the blessings to video. Then he directly told me, because in his name, 5 days, seminar is 5 days. He is 52 years old. Doesn't matter. He claims he has written so many things, this thing, that thing. And you know, nowadays, what so many people are doing. But what you think? The note down when the from Kolayam, Gunadoshav, Budho Grunhan, Indukshveda Viveshwaraha. Indukshveda Viveshwaraha. Second line. Shirasa Shilaghyate. Shirasa Shilaghyate. Purvam. Shirasa Shilaghyate Purvam. Parankanthe Niyachati. Parankanthe Niyachati. This is from Kolayanandaha, one Alankarika work. Gunadosho Budho Grunhan Indukshveda Viveshwaraha Sharasashladhyate Purvam Parankanthe Niyachati. Ishvara got two things. One is Chandrama, the other is Kshveda, Visham, poison. What did he do? He put the moon on the top so everybody can see. But Visham is bad. What he did, he put Visham inside the throat. Similarly, Bodhaha ye Pandita, Gunadosha Grunhan, there will be Guna and Dosha, both the things in the other person. When it comes, the situation comes, Shirasa with head, because on the head is Ishvara put his the Chandrama. Shirasa Shladhyate Purvam, that is the Guna, first one. Purva means first one, Para means next one. Shirasa Shladhyate. He says, oh great, he is so great. Whatever gunas are there in the other person, that only you will say. Param, the dosha, there may be some doshas, defects in that person. Contain yachiti. A Pandita keeps in the throat, but does not reveal. Just like Induksha Ishvaraha, who is the Guru here? Ishvara, what did he do? There are two things with him. One is like Guna, Indu, Chandrama. He put it Shars. Everybody can look and have, oh, great. But Garalam also he was given when that Ksherasagar Mathanam. So that Garalam, Visham, poison, what did he do? He put it inside, because that is just like a dosha. So whenever you go, wherever you go, a scholar, what would he do? If there are any gunas, he would say these gunas are there. Any doshas, generally maintain silence. Gunadosha Budho Grunhan Indukshveda Viveshwara Shirasashladhyate Purvam Parankanthe Niyachati. Oh, beautiful. Any doubts?
Wonderful. I enjoyed it.
But both of you have learned too many things. 14 with just Thanos you had, then later you are doing this Mahābhāṣyam. Then the Mahābhāṣyam means so many conglomeration of so many things. And then you are doing Siddhānta-s. But at the end of these courses, I don't know what kind of people you will become.
I have already started working with one person for the Sanskrit, just to have a proper conversation in a Sanskrit, basic Sanskrit. So by the time you complete everything, I'll try to complete my Sanskrit thing so that I can combine everything.
Do Shabdamanjari and Amarkosha also, and try to speak in Sanskrit. So slowly it will become, a habit. Yes. So that whenever you go and when you quote these things, people think that you are a high standard scholar, not ordinary.
Actually, yes.
No. Ordinary, there may be people who learn Sanskrit. They cannot quote and they do like this. If you quote one thing and say this, then people will offer namaskara and you have to stand. Your legs will be.
That I don't want. At least my intention first to understand you properly, 100%.
Because this is a good time and you are lucky, because from all the corners, all the things are coming to your mind. Aham ahamekaya. I am there. And your job is simply to just digest and get them registered. So retain. So that as and when it is useful, on the tip of their tongue you should have. Amushya Vidya Rasanagraṇa. Somebody was commenting on me in Gujarat some 15, 20 years ago. Please open the computer, just a small part of your computer. Please don't open everything, just Karaka only. Otherwise, you cannot stand here. Then I said, okay, Papa. No, Pāṇini Ātyāyī Vadanjalim Shishya, Vyākaraṇa, Maharshi, Paramahanso, Mahābhāṣyam, Gurubhyah. Shubham Bhuyāt.
धन्यवाद.